So Terrica, you know I'm gonna kind of ask about this. So there was this program, right? There was this program that you happened to sign up for, right? Called Game Changers, right? Shout out to E, right? From a real estate developer to a speakers program, right? Break that down. Why? Because I personally wanted to know this. Like, why did you join the program? Because what I will say, that program has helped you like develop into the public figure that you are right now, right? Not saying that it helped you in the real estate kind of thing, but who we know you for right now publicly, it has helped you. But what made you sign up to that? Because the breakdown that I think me and Moose saw during it, I was like, why would you? Why? Like, I wouldn't get up stage and cry like that. So break down why you started the program, right? And shout out to E and all the game changers out there. But yeah, I always wanted to know, like, but why?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'll tell you this. I was running and running and running till I became exhausted. I was running for success constantly. I never looked back behind me. Like, I just kept on moving forward. And to be honest, I had a lot of issues that I never dealt with. A lot of pain and hurt from my mother, from abandonment and just being in foster care and feeling inadequate and ugly and unworthy, right? I had all of these real feelings that I kept inside. But the problem was, when I was running, I didn't know I had all that yuck going on because I was so distracted. But it gets to a point, like, I'm very successful and blessed in my career right now, that even at that point when I signed up for Game Changers, I was extremely successful, but I was ready to commit suicide. And so for me, I couldn't understand why I'm feeling like this, but also why they keep inviting me into these big old rooms. Like, why am I being contacted by like huge investors, like huge, right? And I can't share, but it's confidential, but like rooms I shouldn't even be in, corporations who shouldn't even know about me. And I started becoming, I started feeling unworthy, and I felt like I was uncalled to be this person, and I felt like I was being fake. And I also felt like I didn't have enough words to communicate with these people on this level. So I was like, if I join a speaking program, then I can speak confident, I can be bold, I can be courageous. When I walk in the room, I'm going to have authority. And that was my whole reason for joining Game Changers. And so we went, he had an event in New York. And he said this one thing that changed my life and made me sign up for the program. He said, a lot of you have reached so much success that you don't even realize what you have because you haven't even dealt with the pain that you had as a little kid. And you got a video of me, Nicky, on the front row crying, not boogers and tears. He's talking to me, and I said, I need to join this program. Like, I need to be around this energy. I need to be around these people who are moving mountains out of people's life. And so I joined Game Changers, and I didn't realize how bad it was until I got on the stage, and I literally broke down. Like, I couldn't even get 10 words out. I'm like, and I remember CJ looking at me, and he like, I just need you to rap. And then I just, I was like, all right, I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get through this. And Valari, Coach Val had a call. That's a part of the program, right? She had a call, and on that call, she kept on asking me, why are you in this program? Why are you in this program? I'm like, oh, she aggravating. Like, why she keep asking me all this? Like, she really like digging in my business, right? And so finally, I said, I don't know why I'm in this program. I just need to quit. I just need to get out of here. And she said, wait, hold on. And then from that call, we started talking further. And then it became real to me that I was unsure of the person who I was. And I've been hurt so much in my life that the light that was shining on me, I was afraid of it and I was running from it. I didn't want the light on me. And so I would hide in the back of the rooms and I would sit in the back chairs and I would always be the person who's really very, very quiet and try to stay away. And so being a part of Game Changers helped me realize that I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be, and helped me deal with a lot of other stuff as well.
Shout out to Game Changers, for real. If those people who don't know what that is, real quick, it's just a speakers program that is led by E and CJ and the whole ETA squad. So if people are like, I don't know what Game Changers is, what is that? It's a speakers program. Don't worry about it. But anyways, Moose, what's that?
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Terrica. And man, thanks for doing the work on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I think there are so many people who have been blessed by what you've been able to share and just kind of like your story. I'm kind of like sitting back and just listening. You know, we joked about this before we got on, but it was about a year ago where we were in the room at the Game Changers program. Ironically, we had a training with Extreme Execution and you all were there as well at the church. And we were doing kind of like a small breakout session and we started talking about, utilize your eyebrows to kind of connect with people from a facial expression, especially if you tend to have that kind of resting blank stare, and I joked because I came on and Terrica had the eyebrows really working. I'm like, okay, I see you. That's what's up. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. I love it. Now you've expanded, and I love the story. Like I love to kind of see the trajectory that people go on when they are developing personally, developing professionally, but you let us know about the troubles that you had early on. I love how you were able to find your niche. Now you're in a relatively unique space that's not really walked on or walked in by females, let alone Black or minority females. That I think is more power to you for just being bold to walk in that. Tell us a little bit about, some of the things that you found to be very helpful on that journey. So when you're entering a space that there aren't people who look like you in there, or there aren't many whatever the case may be, right? Those labels that tend to kind of box people out. What do you think are some of the things that helped you finally find yourself in some of those rooms?
Yes, no, that's a great question. I realized that everybody got yuck, right? Going through this process, like there's no perfect person in the world. Like there's a lot of pretenders who pretend to be perfect. But if you're just yourself, like if you just being 100, then you have nothing to hide. Can't nobody come attack you and humiliate you and, say all this other stuff. For me, I never share my story about the sexual abuse, being in foster care, being a teenage mom and being homeless. And so I've always had that over my shoulder. And when I let that go, I experienced true freedom because I didn't have anything else to hide. Everybody knew all of me. Like I just opened up all of my yuck to the world, And so now when I'm going into these boardrooms and when I'm meeting with these executives and these CEOs, I'm very confident in my capabilities of what I can do because I have reports, right? I have receipts and they can pull them and see them. And another great thing is that a lot of the times they reach out to me. I don't have to interview for anything. And so going in there knowing that already sets the precedence. It is extremely hard as an African-American woman developer, especially being the only one in the state of Louisiana. Okay. The reason why is because developers, although it's never said, are supposed to look a certain way and act a certain way. I was even told, like, why do you want to be a real estate developer? Just build or do whatever the case may be, right? But I'm a chain breaker, and I think being street strong and going through all the hell that I went through as a child growing up, it allowed me to deal with the type of people I have to deal with in today's world where they look down on you and they talk to you a certain way and they treat you a certain way. The beauty of having your own is you don't have to tolerate any of that and they have to come and talk to you, And so being the woman to say, I want this type of house, and I want this type of grocery store, and I want this type of apartment complex, they can't tell me anything because it's mine. And as a developer, you get to design all of that. You get to choose that. You're not asking for permission anymore. And so I think you have to be extremely strong, and you got to be steadfast, and you got to stand 10 toes deep, even when they try to punch you and knock you down. It is a man's world in real estate development, but there is room for everybody to be a part of it. To be honest with you, it's a lot of women don't believe that they're capable of doing it, but I believe that we can do whatever we put our minds to. I mean, I failed the exam 7 times, and I'm developing multi-million-dollar communities, so it's possible.
Like flex, little life flex. Nick, let me double back real quick if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Terrica, in 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it is, what's the difference between real estate investment and real estate development? Like, give us just the ABCs of that real quick.
Right. So it's still investments. Real estate investment, whether you're a developer, a builder, a rehabber, a landlord, you're still an investor. It's just a different type of investing, right? As a real estate developer, you develop the streets, you develop the buildings, you develop the lots, the meets, the bounds, everything within that community. So if you live in a neighborhood, a developer had to visualize that and bring it to life. Real estate investments is pretty much like an octopus, whatever leg you want to grab, whether it's multifamily, whether it's new construction, whether it's rehabbing, whether it's crowdfunding, whatever the platform is you choose to use in real estate investing is really up to you. But for me, I've grabbed quite a few legs, but my main leg is real estate development.